Hello and welcome back to the Artifact.
For liquid, but I feel like I'm kind of being in the same position with Joel being here at the studio. So also, I have to say I'm kind of like rooting for him here. Kuro has won enough.
That's true. So we've got another kind of a game match here too, right? With the Magic the Gathering versus Dota 2.
Yep.
We had the Gwent versus Hearthstone earlier, right? So here's to
Here we
hoping,
go.
right? We're going to be going into the game soon, but first let's take a look at the decks we have here. We are familiar with Yol's deck with the very aggressive double Sorla,
Yeah.
Lycan, and Abaddon, as well as the Debbie. And so we have, as we saw with his game against Nyman, he had to push for that 80 to get that damage all the way to the Ancient, and he's got 17. Oh, how many? 14 creeps. He's actually changed it up, but 14 creeps, and he's got some good items here as well that can push through that extra damage. As for our contender with Kuro, he has got the Tricolor. Yep, and I believe Lumi, you guys casted this match. What were the strengths of this deck?
Yeah, you got to scroll down a little bit to see the strength of this deck because he's got some powerhouse in the late game. So we're looking at Thunder Chat Alpha, Emissary of Quorum,
Ooh.
Bolt of Damocles. You know, really, really strong cards if you get there. But Yol's playing a really fast deck, so I guess the matchup is going to come down to can Kuro stall and survive long enough.
Yeah, Emissary of Quorum in particular is definitely a card that can just run away with the game if it's not dealt with immediately. The heroes obviously also keep the buffs from the Quorum. Quorum giving a +2/+2 to all creatures on that lane, including heroes. Heroes keep the buffs. If you get that effect off a couple of times, those heroes will be unstoppable.
Yep. And did he manage to get that Bolt of Damocles off in those previous games?
No,
or?
he got locked.
Super unfortunate. I would love to see one of those here, but yeah, we're going to go right into the game. And let's take a look at the flop here. So Debbie, unfortunately, going to be matched up against the Ursa and going to die from this first lane. And let's take a zoom out once we're able to. But looking at the minimap, seems like Sorla is safe for now, which is always a good sign. But you have the option now of whether you want to play that Assault Ladders. And we've discussed this before, but what do you think of Assault Ladders, Savitz? Is this a card that you want to play early on?
I actually, personally, I don't draft that card very often.
Mm-hmm.
And he could have cast it across the lanes because it is an improvement card. But he doesn't want to commit to it just yet, or maybe he's holding on to the initiative here.
Mm-hmm.
Assault Ladder, of course, helping with dealing tower damage too, even when creatures are blocked.
Yep, and in this case too, the Assault Ladders aren't even going to have too much of an effect. All of the heroes have been blocked by bodies.
Oh, whoops! Yeah, I remembered the card. Of course, when you hit the tower, you get extra damage.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I also want to point out one of the best card that's for this matchup is in Kuro's hand right now, which is the At Any Cost. So it is a 3 mana, deals 6 to everything. This is a rare spell, so that's why we don't see it as much. But Yol Larsson's deck is about going wide by casting these Savage Wolves and Selfish Clerics. And At Any Cost says, nope, I'm going to just kill everything. So it's a really tough spell that Yol's going to have to navigate and beat.
Yeah, At Any Cost is always a kind of a blowout card. It's very hard to play around. Dealing the 6 damage. It also deals the 6 damage to friendly characters. So oftentimes, unless you have a blue hero such as Luna that has 8 life,
Yep.
there is
Jamoy,
there's the Jamoy, the other one with 8. All the other blue heroes only have 6 to begin with. So without any health items, the heroes also die. So the friendly fire is something to keep in mind.
So we do see KuroKy's going to put that Yamoy in the first lane. And it looks like Yol might be choosing to abandon this one for now. He does put that Abaddon in the third lane. And we've seen that before with that previous game against Nyman as well. Abaddon just nourishing a big wide lane in that last lane.
That Ursa looks like it's going to be dying here. I don't see a way
Yep.
to save it, but it's not a big deal. Heroes dying isn't always a bad thing even, because now he will get to redeploy it to a different lane if he wants to in 2 turns. Or obviously just return it to the same one if that looks like the best option.
Yep. And that Stonehall Pike equipped onto Yamoy is going to make him a much bigger threat than before, since it's going to get +1 attack after every combat phase.
Yeah, all those Stonehall items really snowball. They are very good early on. Not so good later on in the game if you only get access to the item, let's say, on the 6th round or so, because there won't be much time. But that weapon, getting it out so early here, the +1 attack will stack multiple times, and by the end of this game, it can play a huge role.
It's a brutal, brutal lane.
19 casually.
Can't do anything.
Yep.
Yeah.
Wow.
Sorla just hitting that tower for free. That's what you love to see when you have her.
Those are some big numbers early on, and being able to deploy the Wolf as well. Wolf, of course, at the end of each round, it is getting a +1 attack and +2 health, so it snowballs out of control pretty quickly. Like I'm being one of my personal favorites in the draft format, since there's less ways to deal with the Wolves.
Yep, and it's great to get those wolves as early as possible, so I'm sure Yol is happy to see those in hand.
Do you think that, you know, next turn he's gonna want to deploy? Yeah, there we go. Let's see if he can see through this.
The Skywrath at any cost? Is that
Yep.
the...
Yeah, I think. Let's see if Joel can actually see through this and use the gank
Yeah.
appropriately.
Or he could also choose to keep initiative, and then when he reaches that 3rd lane and can intimidate that Skywrath out.
Yeah, bunch of options.
The gank, it does kill his own hero too, right?
Yeah.
So it doesn't look all that appealing. Or would it would live at 1 actually.
Yeah,
now
it'll
that I look
live.
at it again.
It'll live,
So
yeah.
so yeah, that looks like a perfect gank to me.
I mean, it's going to die here anyways.
It is.
To the creep, so.
It doesn't matter. Like if it's done, if the
Yeah, it's a very
hero
valuable
is down to
gank.
1. Yeah.
Mhm. And I'm sure Yol is looking at the deck list right now, and he knows that Kuro has a chance to have that
There
at
we
any
go.
cost.
There we go. Yeah.
Destroys that threat.
He's like, we're playing card games now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know. Yeah.
Not
Not Dota 2.
not Dota 2.
Successful gank. Stayed alive. Didn't
Yeah.
just feed your own life.
Ooh, great battlefield control here.
But he has the Assassin's Veil.
yes.
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
Assassin's Veil being a plus health item, it also has an active ability, so he will be able to point that arrow back to the opponent's hero again to get that trade off. Looks like he just
No,
passed
he
here.
doesn't
so
want it. I think he values keeping Lycan alive in the mid lane more importantly.
Yeah.
That's true. And honestly, Debbie served her purpose by staying as a body that blocked that damage, and still managed to kill a creep. So now he can choose to redeploy her later 2
Yeah.
rounds.
That was a very interesting. I mean, he would have died. I believe the hero would have died anyway. But now that the blue hero from Kuro will stay alive on lane 1, which looks like a huge threat. But these are interesting decisions.
Yeah, and the other thing too is if he is scared of that at any cost, not killing Jamoy this turn will strand him here and protect his last lane.
Oh yeah.
You can see that both players are just essentially equipping items back and forth. They want to make sure that they're the last person to play a spell. Because when you're playing cards like Savage Wolf, it's really a blowout when you play it, and then they respond with like a Stonehall lead. And we're going to see
it is
a
going-
different creep
wow.
here. Yeah. This creep is a little bit more resistant to that.
Yeah, that one actually gets the trade-off with
Yeah.
the Stonehall Elite. Good call from Joel there.
Mhm.
Because if he went for the Wolf, the Wolf would have not traded so well.
Yep. And Kuro decides not to even trade with that. He might consider blocking the wolf now, or... Actually, no, he doesn't have anything. He only has a green hero here.
The disadvantage of having tricolor
Mm-hmm.
and not having drawing the right things at the right times.
Yeah, that's really bad in this spot. Not being able to play anything at all.
If Yol knew his hand, he'd be playing very aggressively. He already is, I guess.
Yeah, he will be rewarded by this.
May as well. And then this is going to be a threat to the 80 health ancient.
Yeah. Wow.
These wolves are going to start ramping up quite fast.
Yeah, something that Larsson said yesterday on Couch is that if you notice that his opponent is playing like 2 blue heroes, he's going to keep one stranded. That Jamoy on the first lane, he's never going to kill it.
So I think Joel is just going to ignore lane
Yeah.
1 from
Yep.
here on out.
And he's going to keep killing that Skywrath mage when it comes down. So that at any cost, which would have been very good here, I don't think it will ever get played.
Now, only an Ursa coming out for Kuro. I think he wants to try and defend that mid lane now. It's looking pretty scary as well with Sorla having an open lane. So he really wants to be able to block that. And right now with 6 mana, he does have 2 creeps with the Ursa being able to play that. And, ooh, Sorla curving into Ursa there.
guess he doesn't
Divine
matter.
Intervention.
That's a great draw.
That is a good card to pick up. Divine Intervention, a 5 mana card, gives all allies damage immunity for the round.
It's basically the Chen ability without the heal.
Yeah, costs a little bit less.
Costs less.
So Kuro has initiative here.
Would be an option to use the Divine Intervention right here. Intimidation also from Joel could work out, but let's see what Kuro does first. The action is on him.
Yeah,
Alright.
I kind of like this just because it frees up both of his heroes to hit the tower for
20 damage.
20
I believe?
damage.
Yeah, I think we
That
must-
seems pretty
Yeah.
good.
That's
20 damage
really
seems
great.
good. Yeah.
Intimidation 5 cost moves a unit to random other lane, so
Yeah.
it can also be used on friendly creeps or heroes. But in this spot, just moving that Ursa out of the way to be able to go for the tower here.
Can he win?
Yeah, he can even
Seems
equip a
like the
Stonehall Pike.
I
It's going to
think
be
he's short
2
one
more
or
damage.
two.
Very
Yeah.
small amount.
Yeah.
Oh, and no.
Oh, is
That's
that
enough.
actually
Wait.
enough?
Oh, because of
Well,
the ladder. The ladder
the
gave 4 more damage.
ladder.
Yeah,
so
that's
we're
what I was
gonna-
saying.
Oh my
All right, well.
goodness.
Okay.
Good math,
all
good
right.
math, guys.
That was,
Alright.
GG.
That was fast.
That was
Yeah.
so
That
fast.
That was like, what turn was that?
I think it was mana 6.
Mana 6, so
Mana
turn 4.
6.
Turn 3. Damn.
Okay.
Like the fastest game I've seen at least. in
Yeah,
this
compared to
tournament.
our
As,
last games with the red-green Enchantress.
The push strat
Woo.
coming back to haunt KuroKy.
Yep.
Just damn.
Can't even escape it in Artifact.
That was okay. We barely got into that one, and just game's over.
Yeah.
But that
That's
is
what happens.
yeah, but that's one thing that happens with Sorla quite often. That's the way she plays out. She helps to deal that extra damage to the tower in particular, allowing you to take those towers early on, and especially here with those assault ladders coming in. That was a lot of damage. early.
Yeah.
I got a question for you guys. Do you think because Sorla's not a hero in Dota that Kuro just doesn't know how to play
Yeah, I
against
think
it?
he's having trouble downloading
Having-
data.
It's like-
yeah, he's just like,
What-
what is
what
this
is
hero?
this?
What is? It's not Prophet or Lone Druid. Like, what's
true,
what's
yeah.
happening? Oh man. So maybe we can. If you're Kuro, how do you play that differently?
I think he needs to make sure that he takes care of the blue heroes, and really, like, you're more needed to go into the last lane on turn 2.
Yeah.
Because right now Yo is using things like gank or just stranding and just completely overtake the game. So Kuro needs to be really careful to deploy, I say.
I think so too.
Yeah.
When you have 2 blue heroes and a lot of really important blue spells, one misdeploy and you lose.
Yep.
That's just how Razor's Edge the matchup
Yeah.
is.
Especially against this deck. It just kills you in like 3-4 turns.
Yeah, I think the Sorla is the key card here. I think Kuro needs to be able to really keep the Sorla at bay, because it's just if the Sorla is hitting the tower, it is obviously that what's it, 12 damage per hit or so.
Yeah.
It is fairly weak hero, so something like at any cost might be an option early on.
Solar hits the tower 3 times and you're probably losing the game.
Yep.
So.
At least that tower.
Yeah, and on top of that, he does only have how many creeps? Like, let's take a look here.
Kuro's
Oh,
got some
Kuro's actually
zombies,
got
I think.
some.
Yeah.
He's got a decent number of creeps.
He also I don't think he had good draw luck.
Yeah, he
that
did not
game.
have good
Yeah.
draw.
But man, Joel's deck's scary.
Yeah, it's
So-
it's quick and fast, and once he gets that assault ladders or those wolves just developing so
Yeah.
early, it's very hard for
He's
anyone
got
to deal
the
with.
Lycan, even the Debbie. Everything has so much burst potential to hit the tower for so much. You just need to get rid of some blockers, and all of a sudden you're taking 20.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Don't think Kuro expected to lose that turn.
That was such a convincing and dominating win from Joel that Kuro is going to have his hands full just to keep up.
Yeah, I think so too. And it's funny because we haven't seen too many aggressive decks in this draft tournament so far, or even
Yeah.
in general. And do you remember the PAX aggro deck?
Yes.
That was a blue and black deck. Never
Yeah.
really got to shine and show the power of this kind of aggressive type of play.
The PAX aggro deck killed it around like turn 8.
Yeah.
This deck killed at turn 6 or mana 6. So
Turn 6.
it's
So.
much faster.
Yeah. So we're still waiting on the match to begin. But what do you think? How can Kuro survive to the late game if that's his win
He needs to
condition?
draw his zombies. He needs to
Zombies.
deploy correctly.
Yep.
Mhm.
And he needs to get off that at any cost. Maybe throw it out earlier than you necessarily have to, just to kill a Sorla at the right timing.
Could we maybe get the deck lists on
Yeah,
Visible
let's take a
again?
look.
I don't
Let's
quite remember what's in
Yeah,
there.
let's-
Kuro's deck list in particular, if we could look at that.
Yeah.
I also think it's completely okay to just deploy heroes right in front of Solarcon just to die. Because your deck is much stronger in the late game, right?
Yeah.
Your deck is about Thunder God's Wrath, or not Thunder God, but Mystic Flare, Emissary, Bow of Damocles. You need to survive to that point. So I
If
think it's
you're-
okay to sacrifice heroes early on.
If you guys want to see their deck list, you can hop on the links that we give.
Yep.
The API lets you just look at them and click on the cards and everything like that. That should be on our social. It should be on Reddit. It should also be linked in the chat.
Yep.
So follow along. You can see what Kuro has to draw here.
And if you're also extremely confused, we have the tutorial up as well.
Yeah. He needs that Relentless Zombie.
The
He
2
needs
Bronze
the-
Legionnaires is great.
Yeah, he needs those.
Volmarder is great.
Yeah, he actually has a decent amount of
He just didn't draw much.
creeps, yeah. Which is what he needed to really block that damage. He has
Yeah.
2-dimensional
Portal.
portals.
Portal is great.
Portal.
Yeah, he
Portal
needs
is
Portal,
fantastic, yeah.
Yeah, generating blockers is excellent against that. Mystic Flare, of course.
Yeah.
There didn't seem to be much that would give Joel's heroes armor, so that might be a good way to take out those black heroes.
Yeah, if you get to cast like 1 or 2 Mystic Flare, I say Kuro's pretty favored actually.
Yeah. I think that Yamoy stranded in that first lane just really took a turn for the bad for him.
I think, this will go better. I think he knows. I mean, he knew seeing the 2 Sorlas at the start of the game, but like once you play it once, you kind of like, okay.
Yeah. It's like, oh,
I understand
Sorla,
now.
the new hero. I get what she does.
But it's more like you maybe understand the urgency of it.
Yep.
Hitting your tower once is just probably not even okay.
Yeah.
It's true. Yep. And still waiting on the games right now, but the other matchup just later on, that's going to be Dane versus Mogwai. So it's going to be the winner of this one, Yol versus Kuro, versus the winner of Dane versus Mogwai.
Yep.
For our grand finals.
Dane, guy that eliminated our life coach.
Yeah, those were
boy.
some great games, though.
Great
I
series.
highly recommend checking those out. But yeah, Dane also continuing his trend of perfect lethal. I don't know if you saw that last game, but calculated TP of Legion to get that 17 health. There are some tech issues.
Kuro, technical pause for
Technical
KuroKy.
pause, yeah.
It's okay.
He's playing in the major at the same time.
No, he's he's outside smoking. I know what a Kuro tech pause is.
Yeah. We've seen it
He
before.
is
Yeah.
smoking a cigarette outside.
I need to
wondering
smoke
what
after that
happened.
game.
Yeah, he's just like
It's like
he's like messaging Ice Frog right now. You better not fucking add Sorla. Don't add Sorla Khan into Dota.
yeah,
What
I
is
never want to
this?
see this.
Yeah. But Yol seems to be. I think there's something about simplifying your decision making. I always talk about that. When you draft and play, Yol's deck seems to have. It's very clear what it wants to do. He knows what he has to do. He doesn't have to. I don't want to say simple because he made a lot of great plays. That gank was
That game goes game winning.
Yeah.
game-winning gank, but he knows he has to hit the towers and he has to hit them fast. So he's gonna,
That's
Yeah.
what
Do
he's
that
going to
strategy,
do.
yeah.
He knows
And-
his win condition.
And Kuro clearly needs to get more value out of those blue heroes. Because one blue hero was stranded on lane 1 and the other one was dead. And that's what happened. Like, it's a blowout and on a 6 mana round already. Like, I don't even remember seeing a game that I've played myself when the game would have ended at 6 mana.
Yeah.
In draft in particular.
That's true, yeah.
that second Sorla Khan is what
Yeah.
really. I mean, one of them died,
the
right?
savior,
Yeah.
yeah.
But yeah, second Sorla Khan. I remember when Yol drafted that second Sorla Khan, he was just, like, what did I do to deserve a second Sorla Khan? Just shows up in my
Baffled, yeah.
Yeah. We're waiting for Kuro, but do you guys have any? Oh, is it?
Nope. It's
Okay.
we're still waiting.
Yeah.
But yeah, was there a particular deck of the 4 that you? Oh, actually, we're
No,
live.
no,
Let's
we
just
in.
hop
There
in.
Let's
we
go.
go. All right.
Yeah.
All right,
No more
cigarette break
stalling.
done.
All
Can't
right.
wait.
So let's zoom out really quick. See where.
I can't do it yet.
Oh, okay.
But looking at the mini map though,
The
it's-
mini map. Let's go.
it's
I mean,
Debbie's not having a good time.
Beastmaster's hitting it.
Yep.
So,
Yeah, we know that much.
Yeah.
Everything else is surviving.
Yeah, that dimensional portal in Kuro's
That's
hand
huge,
is a
yeah.
card that he will certainly need, of course, for 4 costs, summoning 3 melee creeps, and that's the kind of wall he needs to generate against the
This is just
against
sort
the
of
aggressive strategy.
hitting a hero. Good for Kuro.
Also, Relentless Zombie in Kuro's
Ooh.
hand. That's also amazing.
Yeah, I think this game's gonna look much better for Kuro.
Okay.
Well,
Looks like
that-
we're going to see a
yeah.
trade here.
That's a good one, helping out. The ability from the Assassin Apparent is letting it retarget and gets to deal that 12 damage to take out the Beastmaster. Oh, that's a bad lane for the Ursa right here. Lycan,
Yeah.
Lycan giving that nice +2 attack with the ability
And the
to the
assault ladders. My
creatures
God.
next to
Ugh,
That-
12 damage.
Bull Martyr coming down and just
Already.
hitting for 6.
Wow.
Oh.
It's like he's on the chopping block
Yeah.
here, and
Yeah.
somehow he's doing so much damage.
He's a 2-2.
Papa.
Weak. Doing 6 to the tower.
And this was the critical point in the last game, right? Because the game was so short. Where
Yeah.
do you put this blue hero? It's not
Yeah.
clear. You know, it's easy for us to say, oh yeah, you got to put the blue hero in the right lane. What is the right lane here?
Hmm.
Okay, he's
Seems
gonna
like
go
he's
left.
going-
Yeah.
But the Sorla's gonna die. Would you put it in the lane that there's no Sorla in?
I think he might be wanting to put it on the... Well, this is an interesting decision. There's so many things playing into this. Because if the Sorla is dying... I don't know about that, but his other hero
Ooh.
is dying here. The green hero will die to
Ooh.
Farhan, so
Gotta
you do
That-
not have one hero.
gotta
in each
cloak
lane.
that up,
Oh wow!
please.
Yeah. Kuro,
Please, Kuro.
you're not gonna like it. Oh,
There we go.
okay.
That's
Oh
Well,
the wrong
You
It's
have a relentless
It's
zombie.
not the worst.
You
Okay, he's
have
got
It's
a
not the
zombie.
worst. Yeah,
He's
he's
got
got
a
he's got
zombie.
plays. Yeah.
Yeah,
He has dimensional portal too, but
definitely
it's
looks
probably
like
the
portal to me.
zombie is
I
better.
think zombie's better.
Oh, he
Yeah.
got it to the zombie.
go.
because it
Okay.
blocks Sorla for 2 turns.
I'm
And
sorry I
it's
doubted you,
Kills him.
Kuro.
he's fine. He's fine.
But
Okay.
Gonna get a heal here.
could heal up.
Does Yol want to heal
Does
up?
he
That's
want
to
the
heal up?
question here. Do you want your Sorla to die? Maybe move it somewhere else.
I actually think he might want it to die because
Yeah.
hitting a zombie twice with a Sorla kind of is like worse than dying.
Yes, and you know that this blue hero will be here and will be very difficult to kill. It's got 12 health.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And Yol's looking at the deck list too right now, and probably just doesn't want to be in the hero.
No,
okay.
Does it?
heals.
He's going to
Okay.
keep the
Just-
Sorla alive.
We know nothing.
Yep.
Well, I mean, that was, I think, a very close decision,
Mhm.
right? Normally, you just
Yeah.
heal instantly. He kind of definitely thought about it.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
Didn't think about that.
Last
So
thing
the
here.
selfish cleric could come down here and actually trade with the Ursa if he wants to go for it.
Yeah, at least in theory, if there's no items coming in. There's that second Traveler's Cloak. And Joel knows that there is an item.
Yep.
So,
Yeah, when you're in game and you see your opponent's hand, item cards have a different color on the back. So he
They
definitely
are
knew.
playing fast.
Yeah.
Yep.
This is just
the Traveler's Cloak coming in to save the Ursa there, giving it +4 health.
Ooh, Book of the Dead. This is a great card. Yo even specifically talked about that when he was drafting. Basically, whenever your melee creeps die, it gets a charge on the card, and then you could click it to make a 2/2 zombie for every charge on it.
Oops.
So
Yeah, you
Would
bring
you-
back your melee creeps basically.
Yeah.
It's even
Yeah.
fancier if you get to play it with the blue in combination with the dimensional portal, but it's still a good card to have.
This is how
in
scary
certain situations.
Sorla Khan is. Just drops into a lane and potential healthy lane, 37 health, and if it hits the towers, just half the life is just gone.
Looks like this deployment went pretty
Oh.
well for
Ooh.
Kuro. Oh,
Good job.
Yep.
The arrow there. So far, so good for Kuro.
Just needs to keep stalling.
Yeah.
Rebel Decoy is probably one of Yol's best cards in the deck because we keep talking about Sorla Khan needing to hit towers, and sometimes she's like, blocked or not in an empty position. And Rebel Decoy lets you move it in the right position.
He activates that Abaddon ability there to fully heal him and give him damage immunity.
Yep, and also what the Abaddon does here is that the priority passes to Kuro, so now he will get to see what Kuro does first.
Yeah.
The Sister of the Veil in Joel's hand is looking very strong. It's a 5 cost, 4 attack and 5 health creep.
Creep. Mhm.
And the ability allows re-targeting, so it could help out take out the J Muhul.
Jamoy.
Jamoy.
Your boy.
Your boy
Close enough.
Jamoy.
Your boy Jamoy, yeah. So placing it between the creeps is likely here, and then going for the retarget. Yep, looks like he's going for it.
Your name is on my
Yep.
list.
And he sees no items in
Oof.
Kuro's hands, so
Yeah.
there's no way for this Yamoy to live.
Kuro can cast a dimensional portal, but I think he's saving it for the middle lane because, again, Sorla's there, and Sorla right now
Yep.
is pretty angry.
Yes. While the dimensional portal would have been strong there, I do definitely agree with this decision to save it here.
Yep. And that's going to save Skyrath.
This also prevents the Vandal from hitting the tower. You can only place it in an open combat position.
Okay, concussive shot's gonna come down.
And
Looks
that
like he's
just
gonna save
reduces
it.
armor.
Keeps the Vandal.
Yeah.
Mhm.
No.
Just wants to Oh my god, like every lane's so scary.
Oh, he's just passing straight up. He's like, I want you to do something first.
Yeah.
And he does.
He's
Take a
already
fight.
winning the lane too. So but
This
here the
is
rebel
such a blowout.
decoy.
Yeah.
Oh, that is an excellent answer coming in. Rebel decoy, of course, letting Joel swap the positions of another creature or another
An
creep
ally.
or hero on the lane. So in this situation, it looks like it might be a good way to reposition that Lycan to get it out of the Ursa's way.
And when you swap, those arrows remain exactly the same, so you still get the Ursa kill, and you protect your hero.
Wow, that went
Yep.
so well
Yeah.
for Joel.
And notice how Yo he passed with 5 mana. It's like, you do something first.
Blink dagger available if he wants to go for it. That is usually an item that you like picking if you see it.
It's an insta
Yeah.
buy.
Yeah.
I think that's great, especially when you have Sorla in your deck, and if you can blink her to a place that's a pretty wide lane,
Yep.
you'll get a free tower hit.
No,
Blink
you buy-
dagger.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you
We're just
gotta
like-
buy it. It's such a powerful
I was
item.
like, what's happening?
Yo, it's
So-
just next leveling us.
In draft, like personally, my favorite way to use the blink dagger is that after you take out a 40 tower, going for the 80, which is the ancient tower, is a kind of an uncommon thing. So the blink dagger allows you to relocate the hero that just took out the first tower on a lane
For sure.
to be able
yeah.
to go more efficiently for the first tower on a second or third lane.
So we are approaching that critical turn that I think Kuro could start making a comeback. He has Mystic Flare in hand, and he has a blue hero on the mid lane. If he gets initiative, he's able to actually really control the lane, control the game now.
No armor anywhere,
Yeah.
so the Mystic Flare will be excellent. Mystic Flare dealing 12 damage divided between adjacent creatures. So if there's two creatures, basically it deals 6 to each, or if there's 3. If, for example, here there's if you would target the Sister of the Whale, which is the creep in the middle between the heroes, that would be 4 damage to each character.
Yeah.
And if the target was the Sorlakan, it would deal 6 damage to the Sorlakan and 6 to the Sister of the Whale. If the creep was targeted on the right side here, it would be just, which obviously isn't
12
a good
damage.
play,
12
but it would be 12
12
damage.
to the
Yes.
creep. You know, sometimes you just want to send a message.
Yeah.
Savage.
There is one charge on this Book of the Dead now because one melee creep died last time. But yeah, it looks like, let's see.
Yeah.
Gonna
Okay.
Oh.
put a blink dagger on Farvin.
Interesting.
I thought Kuro was, just passing straight
Yeah,
up to keep
Yeah.
priority. Or-
I thought that was like a. That's an interesting decision.
Because
Is he planning to abandon the lane?
if he blinks out, Sorla's hitting for, 12.
Right. Don't necessarily want that.
Okay, Rebel Decoy is going to come down. Priority or initiative back in the hand of Kuro. Kuro's going to pass.
Now we might see the Sister of the Whale retargeting. Maybe that's what
Yeah, he's
what
gonna
Kuro was considering.
retarget the Farvin here.
So
Nope.
yeah.
It's going
Small
to swap.
Swap
Make
to
sure
keep the
Sorla's
Sorla
alive. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay,
Blinks
so
out.
now he blinks away. Now
Blinks
initiative.
Third lane. That's okay.
He could also just no accident kill the creep here
Yep.
and push for 14.
Oh my god.
Could be 16 if he makes a little zombie with the Book of the Dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, once you get your hero out, once they blink out, you can do whatever you want.
Yeah.
And you know they have no response. So, okay. That's good
That's,
for Kuro.
It's a
yeah.
fine arrow there.
Yeah.
At least you kill off this
Finishing
creep.
off the creep. Yep.
Mhm.
Nothing left for Kuro on the first lane there.
God.
But this lane is going a lot better. The Beastmaster ability finally available, which is on a long cooldown, but it does create that 3 attack and 3 health creep, which will trade for the Sorla here. But
Oh.
Joel has that Blink Jacker ready to reposition the Sorla.
Do you flare here?
You have to flare, right?
Yeah.
It's-
Yeah, don't let it get away.
Yeah.
Now that Blink Jacker is also used, you know that it will be out of the game for a couple of rounds.
Yeah, I think as Kuro you absolutely have to flare. Otherwise you
Oh,
might
look at
get
that.
another damage.
The light from the top. All right. Also push for 13. Not bad at all. But
Yep.
now initiative back in Yo Larsson's hand. He could play, for example, Intimidate, but he's going to offer just playing more creeps.
Yeah, he knows that with that green hero, Kuro's options are likely to be very limited. Larsson knows that only green cards can be played, so there's nothing too scary to contest the wolf.
Got to tank a bit here.
Yeah, he could block off 7 damage with the Prowler Vanguard.
So he places next to
Places
his
it
hero.
here so that he gets the armor benefit.
Correct.
Yeah. Expecting Kuro's heroes to be deployed on the rightmost lane right now, because that seems to be the lane that will be deciding this game. It's also going in Yoel's favor right now, but
This is a rough situation because
Those extra
Yoel
heroes.
has initiative and he has intimidation.
he does.
So whatever he draws, he's not going to be able to really use it.
Yeah. Just the Ursa. I would expect probably maybe even both of the
Yeah, I think
Kuro's
he
heroes
might.
to
Yeah.
go on lane 3.
He might have recognized this and is going to give up first lane entirely.
That's scary though, because right now Larsson could take the first tower
Yes.
and then go 80 next
Yeah,
turn.
drop
There's 2
some-
black heroes coming in too.
drop some assault ladders.
Yeah.
How many does he have disciple? He has
One
one.
disciple, but he has
6 ladders.
6
ladders.
ladders and a bunch of creeps.
This would be
Yeah.
such a perfect time for the at any cost.
Yeah, for
but
sure.
unfortunately for Kuro, he doesn't have it just yet.
Maybe he's hoping.
Yep.
He might
If he
draw
draws
it.
it, or Yamoy's
Yeah,
ability.
he's going to get intimidated, so
Yeah.
probably doesn't matter what he draws here.
Hmm.
I think the win condition now for Larsson is actually to go for 80 here. It feels like it's going to be tough to take the other lanes.
I mean, the lane 3, it's almost done already too. It was down to
Here's what-
7 already.
So he's doing it automatically. I
Yeah.
guess it is kind of
Oh.
a decision.
Oh.
That's not the right lane to go to.
Yeah.
For Yoel, that works out very well.
Yes.
he didn't want to go for that lane anyway.
He could get the tower lethal this turn.
If he
swap and then put the gun on, yeah.
Yep.
he can also just make a.
Make a
Oh,
good.
he
No,
can't.
it's
No,
on
Yeah,
no,
it's on
cooldown.
cooldown.
It's
Yeah.
on CD.
The gun
Alright.
giving that +2 attack. Probably
Perfect
got fire
lethal.
away as well, just to finish off that creep, dealing
Yeah.
2 damage with the activate ability.
Oh, there's gonna be 2 Sorla Khan in this lane next turn. It's gonna
Yeah.
hurt.
This is. He can just do. Can he do 80?
I think
No,
there's
not
potential
in-
if he draws.
If he
Can.
draws 2 assault ladder,
Assault
If he draws
ladders.
assault ladder,
or
disciple,
yeah, I think for sure he can.
Yeah.
but he won't know until he deploys. So
All right. What did he draw? He got just a Prowler Vanguard. He has Foresight as well, to perhaps draw some more answers. But it's gonna be tough. No heroes
only
coming out
2
for Kuro.
creeps and taking only 2 damage. This is a feels
That's
tough.
those are arrows.
Yeah,
are
those arrows.
Yeah.
Is there any way to like? He does have the battlefield control, but it's still not that much damage. It would the battlefield control allows you to reposition the arrow, and you can reposition it into your opponent's.
I am at your service,
Tower.
my chief.
Kuro
Fair
needs to TP out the Jamoy.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
He needs to get him back in the first lane and at least, make him scared. Make him think you have it at any cost, right? Because that's really the only card that could save him at this point.
Do you agree with
Absolutely.
that troll, or do you agree with maybe casting the Foresight? Because
Well-
it gives you more of a chance to draw into what you.
Yeah,
need
I
to
guess you
into.
draw 2 cards right now, whereas Troll only gives you 1 extra card next turn.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a close decision.
Yeah,
It's
you also do more damage to tower.
yeah, it's
Yeah,
nice
he's
to.
probably right.
It's also nice to just be kind of like efficient on your resources and play the 6 mana card instead of the 4 one.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty sad though that the Jamoy got roared to the mid lane, because if Jamoy was here, you still TP him out, but at least you have access to these cards, and perhaps you do both Foresight and the Troll.
No playable cards for Joe Larsson here.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Wanted
not
that arrow to go go
But-
right.
Yeah, but the
Yeah.
odds to get that correct arrow to attack the wolf are pretty slim. Only 25%, I believe.
Yes.
Ooh, Blade of the Vigil
Yeah.
on Ursa, sweet.
It's 50%
Especially
straight, and then 25% each side.
Fury
Ooh.
swipes also applying on the cleave targets.
Yes, you can apply negative armors.
All
with
right, here we
Fury
go. Let's see.
Well, Sorla is going to the left for sure. Because is it
Ooh.
Sword.
not?
No, I think he's
Oh.
going double right because
yeah.
he's got
He's got
Vando in
7.
hand.
Yeah, but he has the blink tracker. So because of the blink tracker, I thought he would have went for the left lane first.
I think he's afraid of at any cost. That's the only card that
Okay.
could beat him.
And
Makes
he
sense.
can't. He has no way to answer. Oh,
The double mind game.
what?
Curls,
Whoa.
curls in
That
your head.
is.
Wow.
Oh my god.
Curls in your head, dude.
That is
Yeah,
actually
downloaded.
next level.
Wow.
So he predicted that.
Yes, he
My
totally did.
god.
It doesn't change
What
the
a-
fact that he's still super.
Yeah, he's probably gonna lose.
Yeah,
But that
Still pretty rough.
that is a play.
Ooh, intimidate's great.
And I guess it wouldn't have mattered if he put it here. It would have gotten intimidated. So
Yeah.
Keenfolk turret, also pretty alright here. It is an improvement that can be cast across lanes. So he can cast it from this lane where he doesn't really need to play anything on the lane itself to get more of a handle on let's say the third lane.
Yeah.
He's going to
To
go for
avoid
80 or not?
creep.
Let's see.
He's also thinking about, can I just keep initiative? But
Yep.
okay, he's going to go with the turret.
Yep.
The turret actually kills the Stonehall Elite in one shot, so that's pretty nice.
Yeah.
It also kills the
Ooh.
hero if he has initiative, right?
Kuro just drew his emissary.
Okay, it's 8
and
mana.
In the last turn, he is able to play that. But
Joel has
The
the
Slay.
answer. Slay is the
Slay. Yes.
perfect answer to that.
Oh,
Destroying any creep, and
That
since it
sucks.
costs only 3, it will also give him a strong tempo advantage.
and if you're Kuro, maybe you're thinking you have to take that risk anyway. You look at Yoel's deck, and there is only one Slay.
You're thinking if he wants to play the Vandal here or not, that would push some extra damage, but dealing 4 damage to enemy tower is pretty tempting to save for the third lane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Since the tower is already down to 7, so that's more than half of the remaining health on that tower.
Yeah, I like the draw 2 here. He really needs to find things like Mystic Flare. Ooh, enough magic. Okay. That could stall him for one turn, but he needs to start winning.
Enough magic tends to be a better card when you are ahead, so it kind of
Yeah.
takes away the chance for your opponent to do much to get back into the game. Enough magic,
This
of course,
is-
5-cost card that immediately proceeds the turn to the combat phase, which then causes the
just-
next lane to be acted upon.
I mean, if you really wanted to be, you could even blink the Sorla left if you wanted to,
Sure.
you know? Like,
Yeah, I think Yoel has a lot of options here. He's fine with not
yeah.
committing too much in the first lane because those assault ladders are going to start coming in, and
Yeah.
that's just going to easily let him take that first lane.
Yeah, the like an arrow here going to the right kind of sucks. Joel definitely wishing that it went to the tower instead. But
Okay.
That was
interesting. I think he just wanted to like.
I think he wants
Like
to
trying to
see
stall,
yeah,
yeah.
what the enemy does. I think he's saving that Keenfold turret that could kill the elite in front of
Yeah.
Sorla Khan for the lethal.
I'm a little bit surprised that he didn't start off with that.
Yeah.
I maybe would have personally but
he could. I mean, he could kill a green hero. with
Actually,
it.
yeah, why
It's
didn't he just kill the green
I'm
hero?
not kidding.
yeah, maybe
Like,
yeah,
that's,
or green hero. Yeah, I mean,
Uh,
either one deals enough damage. The Sorla obviously looking like it's even more damage.
Yeah,
Yeah.
enough magic
Alright.
just to
That's it.
stall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
that Kuro correctly identifying what he needs to do there to live.
Yeah, Joe Larsson
Um,
maybe a little bit punished by not starting off with that
Hornet
turret there too.
Alpha can't afford it.
Because now he didn't get to use that at all.
Yeah, had he steam cannon any one of those units, he's presenting lethal. And then Kuro need to do something to survive, right?
The Keenfolk
Yeah.
turret, or what is it called?
All right. Well, the first lane's still chugging along, so it's gonna hit for another big chunk.
Yeah, we're gonna have to note that one down and ask Yoel why he did that.
Yeah.
I think that's a good question.
Yeah. Kuro's just hoping he draws
Another
some sort of
solid
answer. He
turret.
does finally have at any cost. And he would be able to play this here, but just to survive.
Yeah, we're starting to run into a problem where Savage mentioned earlier, at any cost also hits your own units.
Yeah.
So it's gonna kill Ursa if you cast it in the final lane.
This lane has a 2-turn clock.
Yep.
If he doesn't deploy here.
I believe
Do
Joel
something.
would have kind of liked to play something there, but he's holding on to the initiative for the third lane now. He
Yeah.
wants to be able to act first when the third lane action happens.
Yeah, I think we're gonna see an immediate intimidate here and
Oh,
just
yeah.
push the
Mhm.
blue hero away.
Yeah, he definitely wants to do that just to limit the playable cards here. So
And
yeah,
Yeah.
there we go. Because blue hero is the one that
that's
had the cards potentially
gonna
that would have stopped it
be
the lethal.
enough, right?
It should be.
There's no way to stop Sorla, even if you Primal Roared and block this damage.
Yeah.
She's still going to be hitting.
Yes.
That's it.
Ursa's only have one action because the turret it's gonna clean him up as well.
Oh, yeah.
he would need to start with something.
So this
that,
is it. The last roar.
That's gonna do it. Roar, yeah, strong card, but just not enough. Is he forgetting about the turret? Or is this
Alright.
BM?
Yeah,
This
he's
is actually
just
BM.
BM.
I think he
Come
was
on, Yo
BMing
Larson.
Maybe he's right, dude.
All right, and that's victory.
Yep.
Our boy Yoel. Look at him.
Oh, easy.
He's going to be in the finals.
Dota fans raging.
Yeah.
They're,
Dota fans,
they're not
where are
happy
you?
with him.
Very
It's
good.
very one-sided.
Oh, man.
Yo did
Strictly
play
bullshit.
Dota back in the day. Yeah, he told me he plays with PyCat. So
Yeah, Pycat wished him luck. I saw a text.
yeah, there you go. So a little bit of Dota
Sweets,
ties there.
yeah.
All right, let's get Joel here and ask him about why he didn't use the turret there.
Yeah.
And maybe how it feels to be in the finals.
Thank you, Savich.
Thank you, thank you.
Yo,
Very-
Larsson, congrats.
Yeah.
You are in the final once again. And you are so far undefeated in the tournament as well. How do you
yeah.
feel?
I feel great. How
What,
can I know? How can I feel bad?
Yeah.
I just want to
How
say
does it feel?
it feels great. I'm sure it does. I
It
don't have
does.
that. I don't know how it feels like.
Come on.
But you know, that last lane, we just have a question for you. You
Yeah.
decided not to immediately kill the hero or the elite with your turret. Is there a reason for doing that? And
Yeah, I was afraid of at any cost.
Hmm.
If my opponent plays at any cost and I know accident first, I can actually finish off the Ursa with the turret. Otherwise, he sweeps my board and then he can maybe kill me next turn.
we did not think about that.
Okay.
That's why
3
he's in the
levels.
finals.
3 steps ahead, yeah.
He's actually 3 steps ahead.
Yeah.
Because that's the only card you could potentially lose to.
Yeah,
in
that's
that
what I
point.
felt like too.
Okay.
Yeah,
Mhm.
for sure.
What did you think of KuroKy?
Let's see. I think he had an incredibly hard matchup, and
Yes.
I'm impressed how far he has come with so little experience that he has. He's also playing from some place in Egypt with bad internet connection. I mean, like, can that man do it all? So pretty impressive.
We were impressed with his TP the Jumoy out,
Yeah.
replace it in the lane.
Yeah, that
correctly
was
predicted
luckily
where-
I drew another intimidation. That was very big, clearly.
Mm-hmm.
He had drawn so many cards, I just assumed he had some kind of AoE effect going there. Yeah, the second game was it was difficult. The first one was kind of a run over.
Yeah.
It was just
He did not draw
Yeah.
very well. And
I believe
you
it,
drew.
but yeah, he has 3 colors though, and like
Yeah.
Farven can't really impact the board at
Mhm.
any point until like turn 8. So
Yeah.
it's kind of easy to overwhelm your opponent when they have so many expensive spells and can have so many awkward draws with double sword. Like, it's just, yeah.
So, okay, you have coming up next, we'll have the other semifinal,
Yeah.
and then we'll have the final. But before we get into that, we have a special announcement. We're going to be doing some streaming 2 days before the beta comes out.
Okay.
So let's, production, if you can bring up the bracket. Or sorry, not the bracket, the graphic. So we're having a little Artifact House party. These are the people that are going to be there. It's November 17th to 19th. It'll be, November 17th will start around 4 p.m. And that'll be able to be streamed on Twitch. Everyone will be able to stream that's currently in the alpha. And the beta will begin on November 19th. So we'll be doing a bit of a countdown. And we'll also be playing with all you people that are in the beta on the 19th. All day.
All day.
You can challenge us. You can challenge Yol.
Yep.
He'll be playing against
Bring it.
playing against us, playing against you guys. That's going to be really fun. We have a bunch of Dota personalities. We have a bunch of Artifact personalities and other people. So
Time for Dota personality to level up.
yeah.
In, you know?
So
Get some
you're gonna
tutelage.
you're gonna get to fight Capitalist and
I'm
some
in.
Dota guys. So we'll
I'm
see.
in.
We'll
I'm
see
in.
what happens.
I mean, Loom is pretty good. He's a Dota personality, right?
I don't know.
Yeah, we'll
I've
see.
been excommunicated by the Dota community. So
Dota-
I don't
Exit
know.
out.
Say
Yeah.
that.
But thanks for
Mhm.
thanks for coming on, and telling us your thoughts, and
sure.
good luck in the finals.
Yeah, I'm thinking that I'll maybe cast the other semifinals. with you
Oh,
guys.
okay.
Oh,
cool.
all right. Yeah,
sounds
that'd
good.
be awesome.
See who I'll be playing against.
So
Yeah.
let's. You want to take a break really quick, and then we'll
Yeah.
be back with
Yeah.
the second. Semi.
Sounds great.
Sounds good. Yeah, we'll take it to a break. See you soon.